and welcome back to the Simply Fitness Podcast. Hope you guys are having an amazing day here. Day before Thanksgiving. Amazing. Brings up exactly what I want to talk about today. That's what I thought it was the most important because tomorrow's Thanksgiving, really in the prime of the holiday season now. It's going to be a very stressful time for a lot of people, especially with their fat loss goals, fitness goals in general. You got a lot of different things going on between family, friends, social events, work parties, things like that can really throw a wrench into your normal everyday life. You might be used to a schedule right now, and now it gets thrown in with all these different events, all these different things you have to do now that may not be normally there. So, with increased stress, it can make it harder to stay with your fitness goals, give you less energy to go to the gym, give you less energy to, really focus in and tone in on your diet, as well as during a lot of these events, you're going to family dinners, Christmas Eve, Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, a lot of traditional foods that might be a lot higher in calories because, how you would normally make them, doesn't include all of the maybe, healthy ways, to keep those calories in control a little bit more, or other people might be making them. So you don't know exactly what they put into it and such. So it can be harder to track those calories. So I just want to go through today, 5 things with you on how to diet your way through the holiday season. So how do you still manage to keep up with your goals while still getting the most out of the holiday seasons and keeping in mind what is important? So that goes into number 1, which is enjoy yourself. This is the holiday season. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever holidays you are celebrating during this time, enjoy yourself. Spend the time with your family, your friends. Don't stress about, whether you're going to be reaching your goal or, how is this going to affect the long-term, outlook of your goal. That's okay. Take that step back and realize, what are your priorities during this time? I know personally, on Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, I'm not worried about what food I'm putting in my body. I listen to my body cues. Oh, I'm going to have, that favorite dessert that my aunt makes every year. Or I'm going to have, those dishes that maybe I don't have every time except for during those holidays. And I enjoy them. I don't worry about how many calories there are. I don't worry about those things because number one thing is to enjoy that time with your friends and family. You never know when you'll get that time again. So that's why you got to make it a priority. You got to enjoy it while it's there, while everyone's there, and really soak in that one moment. Don't worry about whether that one day is going to ruin your progress, because it's not. It's just one day. There are 365 days out of the year. If you say there's 20 holidays, that still leaves you 345 days to execute on. That is more than 80%, and you can fully succeed with hitting just 80%. So that gives you so much wiggle room to really succeed. And when you look at it that way, you're like, okay, it's just another day. Let me enjoy it. Let me relax. Let me, take that step back and enjoy myself. Okay, maybe I make a few healthier decisions that day. Maybe I don't. That's okay. So number 1, and should always be a priority, when it comes to health and fitness, is enjoying yourself and why you're doing it. So enjoy the time with your family, take advantage of it, and enjoy yourself on that day. Number 2, when it comes to holidays, first thing I like to tell people is stay active in whatever way you can. So that can mean sticking with your workout plan, getting in that workout, the day before or the day after, whatever it may be, taking that one day, maybe making that your rest day. That's fine. Even if that means, Thanksgiving morning, doing a slight, 10, 20, 30-minute workout, going for a walk after dinner, things like that to stay active so you're not sitting down all day. Get that blood flowing. It's going to help you feel better. It's going to help you, just overall, keep you, burning those calories, keeping you in that in shape and everything like that. So I would highly suggest, I tell people just get active, do whatever you can that day, so you're not just sitting around from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed at night. Move around, Get those steps in. Everything that you do is going to count. And if you have to miss a workout, you miss a workout. That's perfectly okay. Adjust your plan accordingly. And always report back to number one. Enjoy yourself. If you can't get a workout in that day, that's fine. Which is going to bring us to point number 3, which is just get on back on track the next day. Okay? Thanksgiving, whatever holiday it is. Next day, right back on track. Start tracking those calories again. Start, get that workout in that next day. Why it's so important to get back on track the next day is what really gets people, and how a holiday can affect you in that negative way is if it turns into, instead of a 1-day thing, into a 1 week, 2 week, 6 weeks of not tracking your calories, of not working out consistently, of not hitting your targets and things like that. That's when it can lead to you taking longer to reach your goal, which is fine. It happens. But if you don't want it to happen, get back on track the next day. That's where you'll find that success, is if you, instead of making it a 2, 3, 4 week thing, or, it starts today and it goes to New Year's Day. If you get on back track that next day for the next 3 weeks till, the next holiday, boom, at least you had those 20 days where you were on track. Okay, then you have another day. Okay, fine. Boom, on track for the next week. Boom, another holiday. Boom, get right back on track. Those 3 or 4 days are just going to be blimps on the radar. And instead of being, the course of action. So instead of, you'll keep trending in the direction that you want to go, instead of trending in the direction that you don't want to go. So get back on track the next day. Track those calories, hit those macro goals, hit that workout, everything like that. Just get back on track. Now, number 4 and 5 are going to be some strategies that you can take on that day. So on a holiday, say I want to stay on track. I want, what are maybe some strategies that you can have on that specific day to, trend towards your goals. So instead of, counting calories, things like that, which are really difficult on days like this. On, Thanksgiving, you're eating a lot of hors d'oeuvres, maybe a lot of little things here and there. You're not measuring anything out, because who measures Thanksgiving dinner out? So it just helps. These are just 2 strategies that I like to use to just, maybe limit and check in on myself on how much I'm eating and am I full, things like that. So the fourth one, number 4 is maybe swap some traditional dishes with some healthier versions of those dishes. So making simple adjustments to your recipes can help you maybe keep yourself on track a little bit more. I've always, if you saw on my website, I posted last year around this time a vegan green bean casserole. So a traditional dish that a lot of people love, but can be super high in calories and can be sneaky. It's vegetables. Vegetables are healthy, but not when you are covering them in fried onions and cream of mushroom soup. But came up with a new option. It was delicious, just as good as a regular one, I believe. Personally, I thought even it was a little bit better because it was just using some fresher ingredients and things like that. So you save calories that way. You're eating a little bit healthier, thus, kind of limiting how much, of that unhealthier food you're getting in. So simple swaps like less full fat dairy, maybe some less butter alternatives to that. But again, always remember it's one day. You don't have to switch out those traditional dishes if you don't want to. Sometimes they do taste better. It's all preference here. But if you're looking to, stay on your fat loss goals and you're trying to, reach them a little bit easier, have those simple swaps. Make sure you're having a salad with your meal. Make sure there's some veggies with your meal as well. and make sure you're eating those veggies, and then, the protein, then adding some of those side dishes that might be higher in calories, like potatoes, mashed potatoes, stuffing, cranberry sauce, things like that. So that's to keep you fuller longer. So, and number 5 is limiting alcohol consumption. So remember, alcohol is still going to be its calories, so it's still going to count towards your total for the day. What also alcohol does is it tends to make people a lot hungrier. I know for me, if I have a couple of drinks in me, I'm going to eat a little bit more. That's just natural how my body responds to drinking alcohol. So you got that, the added calories to it, plus the added hunger, thus making it a little bit, more likely to overeat a little bit more. So if we are going to drink, we want to limit the actual consumption of it, space it out with a glass of water in between, as well as maybe looking for some diet mixers instead of if you're mixing, hard alcohol, looking for, a diet cola, diet, ginger ale, things like that, or just straight liquor. A glass of wine and beer, same thing, just spacing it out with water in between. So that's really, how are the strategies I personally use and I've given to my clients to help diet through those holidays. And again, it all circles back to number 1, and enjoying yourself and being there in the moment, and, taking a time and advantage of the time you have with your family and your friends to realize that this is, a time where you're supposed to be celebrating with them, and, Thanksgiving, or looking at all the things that we're thankful for. And hopefully we are thankful for our friends, our family, and we can take that time and really enjoy that and have that meaning sink in, instead of worrying about, okay, what food am I eating? Does this reach my goal? Am I going to gain weight, because of today, because of what I'm eating? And is it now going to take me 2 more weeks to lose weight? Am I going to lose all my goals because I didn't work out today, because I, ate all this food? That's not going to happen. It's going to be one day. It's going to be a blip on our radar. Tomorrow, your weight might spike up. That's perfectly okay. Get back on track. Boom. It's going to even back out. That's okay. So enjoy yourself. This one day is just going to be a blimp on the radar. It's one day out of 365 days. One day out of 365. That's nothing. That's less than 0.3% of the year. Well, one day. So enjoy it. Don't let it stress you out. Don't let it creep into the days before or the days after. Go into the day. Enjoy it. Enjoy all the time that you get to spend with everyone. And tomorrow, reach your goals. If you are looking to, stay on track, stay active. Number 1, go for a walk in the morning, at night after dinner. Get those steps in. Get a workout in the morning. Things like that. Swap out some healthier, some traditional dishes with some healthier dishes as an option to try to be a little bit healthier. And last, limit the alcohol. That, drinking calories isn't, like I've said before, isn't the best, way to spend your calories. But again, it's a holiday. Enjoy yourself. If you want a drink or 2, don't let it affect your goals. That's it. Tomorrow's a new day, and let it go. So that's all I got for you today. A nice short one. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Want to thank you guys for listening. I am very thankful for everyone who takes their time out of their busy life to spend it with me, listening, to all the fitness, nutrition, mental health advice that I'm giving. Very thankful for you over the last 6 to 8 months for, supporting me here, whether you've been following me on Instagram, on my email list, if you're one of my clients, friends, family, everyone, super thankful for this. I really do love, doing this each and every week. It's a bright point of my week to record this podcast, have these guests on. And I'm very thankful for you guys for, supporting me on this. Even my goal is always, if there's only one person that takes anything away from any of these episodes, I have succeeded. And I know there have been more of you who have done that. It makes me so happy, and I'm so thankful for you guys. And if there's ever anything that I can do to help you reach your fitness goals, please do not hesitate to reach out. My line is always open. DM me on Instagram, shoot me an email. They're both in the show notes. Please, fire away. I'm always happy to answer any questions. You're not taking away from my time. I want to answer your questions. I want to help you reach your fitness goals. So please shoot me those questions. I hope you all have a great holiday. Hopefully you get to spend it with some friends and family. I know times are tough right now with everything that's going on with this pandemic, and you might not be able to celebrate the same way, but don't take away from what this day represents and what the holidays represent. It's all about being thankful for everything that you have. We're blessed every day that we get to wake up and do what we love to do. So again, hope you all have an amazing Thanksgiving, an amazing holiday season. Please reach out to me if you need any help with anything. I'm happy to answer any of your questions, and hope you all have a great day. I'll see you on the next episode.